Hey everybody, happy very cold Sunday to you guys. We are back here at Jake's Flea Market. I'm here with Chris. We're gonna go do some hunting, hopefully find some good deals. Hopefully this is the turnaround. This is when I come home with a huge haul, since recently I've been coming up kind of empty. So hopefully we'll find some good deals. Anything specific you're looking for?
Just whatever I can find, you know.
Makes sense. So all right, let's go see what deals we can get.
Back to Jake's. Feels so good to be back home. And right off the bat, come across a boatload of CDs here. I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised. I saw a lot of good stuff, a lot of soundtracks, but not really anything I needed. So ended up passing up on all that. And then we got a bunch of video games and some VHS and some DVDs. Very cool. But once again, nothing I needed and some more of nothing I needed. This Cujo VHS was kind of cool, but I didn't need it. So I did end up passing. So I'm kind of getting a little worried. I'm not finding too much. And I'm digging through all this stuff here. And again, a whole bunch of titles I either just don't need or have no interest in. But this was right down here at the bottom. $2 for Children of the Dune. I will do that any day. Also came across this really cool old school Mickey Mouse. Not quite sure what it is, but I think I'm going to pick it up. And then some more DVDs, but no Dog Whisperer. This is really cool though. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 3D. That's pretty neat to see. And the rest of the titles I had were also really good. Unfortunately, they're all titles I already have. So once again, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Another Laserdisc player? $15, including all these Laserdiscs, and it came with the original instruction booklet and the remote. That is an amazing deal. Do I need a 17 player? Not so much, but for 15 bucks, I think I'm gonna have one. That was awesome. And this guy also had a bunch of CDs as well. This I was pretty intrigued by. If it was in good shape, I was gonna pick that one up. Also had some cool VHS as well, all music related VHS. Not sure if I was really interested in grabbing all those. I mean, some okay stuff for $1, but I might have passed on some of those. So then I'll know a few more DVDs here, and not seeing too much. And the same thing goes with all these CDs. Not too much going on there either. But this was really cool. Another Laserdisc. That was awesome. Unfortunately, below it were just a whole bunch of records. I thought at first they were all going to be Laserdisc, which of course would have been absolutely amazing. But it was just that one. And unfortunately, it was a title I already had on Laserdisc, so I did not need it, which definitely sucked, but what are you gonna do? And this would have been amazing. This lady here actually had a lot of really good titles on VHS, but she was asking $5 a piece. So after I got done laughing directly into her face, I walked away and passed up on all those VHS tapes. And then a bunch more DVDs in which I did not need, but some okay stuff here. Then on to a lot more VHS. And this person actually had some decent titles. I picked up a few things. Chris picked up a few things. So very cool. They only wanted, I believe it was 10 cents a piece for all these. So not a bad deal at all. And then, of course, onto more DVDs and a few VHS there. Not too much I was interested in, except for right there at the bottom, Puss in Boots. Turned out that was a 3D release, but all the discs were missing. I was so bummed. But at least we found some more DVDs and CDs there, and she also had some Sopranos, which is really cool, but she wanted too much for the Sopranos. But this right here I was definitely intrigued by. Workaholics Season 5 on Blu-ray, definitely wanted to grab that. And Chris, look at this awesome thing he picked up. This amazing, I guess it's a poster, but it's like a boarded poster. Really cool, some Star Trek Next Generation. That is awesome. He got that for an amazing deal. That was really cool. And then on to a whole boatload more DVDs and CDs and Blu-rays. This guy always has a lot of really cool stuff, and he's definitely always willing to work a deal. So we found some pretty cool stuff off him. I think Chris and I both picked up a few things, which was definitely awesome. He had a lot of really good deals. And then we came across some more DVDs and VHS. Not too much going on here, though. Although he did have a copy of Missing Superbit. That is awesome. I talked him down on that one, had to pick it up. And then I came across, wow, some Game Boy games. I just never see Game Boy games all that often. I mean, every now and then, one or two or something like that, but I just don't see them too much. And this guy actually has some cool stuff. Was willing to work a deal. Picked up a few things off of him, which was awesome. And look, more DVDs. That's all you come across. DVDs. And some decent stuff there as well, including Gotham, which was really cool, but I didn't need it, so I did end up passing.
All right, so that is it for Jake's, but let me show you guys this. This is absolutely awesome. I have all of this full of stuff, some Micro Machines there. What could this be? What is that? Shoe boxes full of stuff, more stuff down here. I would say I hit pretty big. Yeah, this was definitely a nice day at Jake's, and we're not done yet. Chris just got in his car. He's probably gonna drive past me in a second now. We're actually gonna head down to Cash Converters and see what they have. So I'm pretty happy. This is the turnaround I've been looking for. Like I said, just becoming up kind of empty recently, and the fact that I've just found a ton of stuff is now awesome. So this is great. All right, let's head over to Cash Converters and see what we can find.
And my second homecoming for the day. I have not been in Cash Converters in way too long, so it definitely felt good to walk through these doors once again. Unfortunately, didn't really see too much in the way of anything I was interested in. I found a few decent things, but all in all, a lot of very, very, very common titles. Not too much in the way of anything new or anything kind of rare or exciting. Just very common stuff, and most of it was in pretty bad shape. This is pretty neat, though. Brand new factory sealed Spanish release of Dirty Harry. Not something I've ever seen before. That was pretty cool. And these were definitely intriguing. Found some seasons of South Park on Blu-ray for only $5 a piece. Now, they were missing their slips, but at $5 a piece, and with the discs in perfect shape, I was definitely interested, and I think I'm going to pick them up.
All right, so that is it for our hunting adventures. Picked up a few things, actually, from Cash Converters. You got one thing, and you also got some good stuff from, let's, open your trunk. I want to show this really cool thing he got. I mean, I showed it a little bit, but I want to show it, I want to show it better. Look at this, guys. I kind of already showed you this in the video, but that is amazing. That is such a really cool Star Trek. I don't know, it's thick. It's not even like a poster, it's like this board thing, and it's really cool. What else did you get? Show me what else you got. Let's go for it.
Got this, Cash Converters.
There you go, some flying leathernecks, awesome. You also got some cool stuff at Jake's. Independence Day, which you pay like $2 for that?
Yeah, $2.
Not bad.
Shadow of the Vampire?
Talked him into getting Shadow of the Vampire because that's such a good movie. If you guys have seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. And this is really cool. Oh yeah, he got this cool Star Trek picture.
Like a
awesome.
postcard kind of thing.
Oh nice. Oh, it's like a giant postcard? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to frame it and put it in the wall.
Yeah. And Terminator 2 on Laserdisc. How cool is that? I already had it. I didn't need it, so that's awesome. That is really, really cool. Oh, yeah.
And then Bleach. Volume 2.
Volume 2 of Bleach. Very awesome. So he definitely got some good deals there. What'd you pay? $1 for that. Yeah. And how much was Terminator?
Terminator, I think it was $2.
$2? Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, I think you're right. That's awesome.
This was like $1 or $2 or something.
Yeah, really, really good deals. So awesome. Of course, I got a ridiculous amount of stuff, so we're going to have to go home and take a look at everything I picked up. And it's going to take forever to get through this video. Yeah, this is going to be a long video to edit tonight. Oh, that's 2 long videos in a row, but oh well. Things I do for you guys. So, all right, Chris, say goodbye.
All right, bye.
All right, let's go home and see what I got. All right, guys, back from an amazing day of hunting down all sorts of awesomeness. What a fantastic day today was. This is the huge haul I've been waiting for some time now. Over the last month or so, as I've been mentioning, I've been coming up kind of dry. As you guys have been seeing, I've been coming up kind of dry when I go out and hunt. Going down to Rehoboth, not so much going on down there. Going down to different thrift stores in the area, not really much going on there. I went out yard sailing last weekend, not much going on there. So lots of just coming up dry recently, and I've been due for a good haul. And today filled that void. Today was definitely the big haul I've been waiting for. I have so much stuff to show you guys. I'm going to warn you, this is going to take a little bit of time to get through. There's a lot of stuff I picked up for myself, some really cool stuff too, and a ton of stuff I picked up for the Cinema Sickness store as well. So much stuff. Jake's was an absolute gold mine, which is kind of surprising because there was a decent amount of people selling stuff there for a cold October day, but not a ton of people. Not your typical spring and summer crowd. Just an okay amount of people selling stuff. But I scored huge there. I came back with so much stuff and really, really awesome deals and just amazing things. Headed out to Cash Converters afterwards, got some stuff there. And then we headed out to my grandmother's house because unfortunately her dog just recently passed away and she does live alone. My grandfather passed away a few years ago, so we thought we'd go out there, give her some company. And while we're out there, she goes, I have all these toys downstairs from when you guys were little, from when, from your mother and your uncle and aunt were little. Just all these toys sitting downstairs. They're going to waste, like they're just collecting dust. Does Sean want any? My son Sean, with this, does he want any of them? So we took him down. He picked out some things he wanted, and she goes, "If you guys want any more of this, just take it. It needs to go." So I grabbed a bunch of stuff for the store at my grandmother's house as well. Some really cool, like vintage, like 60s and 70s and 80s stuff. Really cool things. So again, an amazing day. We have a lot to take a look at. So let's get down to it. Let's take a look at everything I picked up. All right, as always, we're going to start off by taking a look at everything I picked up for me personally, all the stuff that's going into the Cinema Sickness media library, into my collection. So we're just going to dive in, no particular order. We'll take a look at everything I grabbed from Jake's first, though, and I'm going to do the best I can at remembering how much I paid for all this stuff. So first up are the Game Boy games. I grabbed a few here. First two I picked up for $1.50 a piece, $3 total. Awesome deal. First one being Centipede. Obviously a classic arcade game. Apparently at one point they wanted $5 for this. I got it for only $1.50. That is awesome. Centipede, great game. Do I need to talk about it? If you haven't played Centipede, where have you been all your life? Fantastic game. Very cool to grab hold of that. And it's a Game Boy / Game Boy Color card. That's awesome. And this was amazing. Tekken Advance. That is a game I've been wanting to get my hands on for some time now. Tekken is obviously an amazing fighting game. I used to have this back in the day, back when I first ever bought a Game Boy Advance. So very happy to own this once again. It's great. It's fantastic. It's Tekken. That is really cool. $1.50 a piece for those. An amazing deal. But also an amazing deal are $1 titles. I love when I come across just stuff that might not be exactly titles that I really want to get hold of. Like both of these, I would have paid a little bit more for because I really want these games. I'd paid maybe like $3 a piece for those or something like that. Like I really want them. But what I'm going to show you here is kind of just random games I'm getting for the collection. They might be good. I don't know. But $1 a piece, I'm definitely jumping on all of them. So I end up grabbing Lego Racers. Now this I already own and this I have played. It's not so great. But my copy, unfortunately, the artwork is destroyed. Now this has like a little sticker on it, but I'll be able to get that off. Just some sticker residue. Not a big deal. But my artwork is like pretty much gone. So I picked this up really just for a better copy, so that's awesome. And then I grabbed, for the Game Boy Advance, Super Hornet FA-18F. I'm guessing this is maybe like kind of like a Top Gun type game, like a dogfight type game. I could be wrong. I never played it, but that's my assumption. And then a double feature here with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase and Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. Two Scooby-Doo games I did not have yet. The Scooby-Doo games, I don't really tend to like them very much because it's just, you're solving a mystery. I mean, they do stick pretty close to what the cartoon was. You out solving a mystery, so kudos to them for doing that, but I kind of don't find that very much fun. Maybe some of these are different. Maybe some of these are not like mystery solving games. Maybe they're like action platformers. That'd be fun. I don't know. Never played them. We'll check that one out eventually. So some cool Game Boy games there for dirt cheap, and that's awesome because I don't come across Game Boy games all that often, which is still blows my mind. I don't see Game Boy games more often than I think I would. Okay, so now on to, it's been a long day. So now on to some VHS, which I grabbed for 10 cents a piece. That's an amazing deal, obviously. Better than the $5 VHS tapes that one lady wanted. I couldn't believe it. Chris and I, when she said $5, I said to her, she goes, how about 5? And I go, dollars? Like, I'm thinking, wait, cents? Like, I literally looked at her and I said that. I'm like, dollars? Like I must have seemed like a complete a-hole to her, but I couldn't believe she was saying that. And then she's like, yeah, $5. And then Chris and I just looked at each other like, is she insane? Who's gonna pay $5 for these VHS? I mean, maybe if they were like really rare, obscure, out of print, horror title or something like that, okay. But just random stuff, it's like, okay, you're nuts, lady. But 10 cents is a much better deal. So I grabbed Simpactico? I have no idea. I just grabbed this on a whim. I like the cast, and I'd never heard of it, so I thought I'd pick it up. The synopsis sounded pretty good. Leave a comment down below. Let me know about that one. Then this I just grabbed because it's an original Disney Channel movie, and that is The Color of Friendship. So I'm guessing about a white girl and a black girl who are friends because, that's a big, like, I don't know. I guess being married to a black woman and having a son who's obviously mixed, I've never seen color as a thing. It's like, I don't care what race you are. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care, like, if you're into things I'm not into. Whatever. If you're a cool person, we can be friends. We can hang out. We can date. Whatever. I don't care. So I don't know. I don't understand that. But I guess in this movie, they discussed that. So, cool. I don't know. It's Disney, so I picked it up. That was really the only reason I grabbed it. Otherwise, I probably would have passed. And then Sleep Stalker. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty fun. Featuring super special effects. Yes! See, as a young boy, Griffin witnessed the murder of his parents by a sadistic serial killer dubbed the Sandman. Incarcerated since the trial, the Sandman is executed. Blah, blah, blah. So, okay, so he basically gets executed now. He's like, I guess, attacking this kid as like sand. That is weird. Fun. That's awesome. I had to pick that up. I've never heard of this movie. I don't even know if that's on DVD or not, but I just had to grab it. Then for $3, picked up a Blu-ray here. That is Workaholics Season 5, which is cool because I have Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Blu-ray. Now I have Season 5. This was an awesome find. I was pretty blown away by that. And the fact that she wanted $3 for this. She had those like seasons on DVD, like Sopranos and some other stuff as well. She wanted $5 a piece for those, which, or did she want 5 or did she want 10? The more I think about it, I think she wanted more. I think she wanted like $10 for those, not 5. Because if she wanted only 5 for the Sopranos, I would have picked it up. So no, I think she wanted 10 for the seasons. And then a season on Blu-ray, she only wanted $3 for it. I don't get people's pricing sometimes, but that's all she charged for this. So for $3, obviously no brainer. Pick that one up. That's awesome. And then some DVDs here. So this is cool. For $2, picked up Children of Dune, which is something that's been on my wish list. So that was a really cool find. $2 for this in perfect condition. Both discs in perfect condition. I mean, that's just awesome. I was pretty blown away by that. This I definitely had to grab. This I only got for $4. It was marked at 6. He marked it down to 4. Definitely grab that, and that is The Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea Special Edition. I already had this movie on the original DVD release. I had the Blu-ray release, but I did not have the Special Edition DVD release. And you guys know me, I'm just a sucker for different Disney artwork variations and different Disney releases. I have to get them all. I love them. It's like they're like Pokemon to me. I gotta catch them all. It still had its slipcover and everything. The disc was in perfect condition. Yeah. $4 for this. That he jumped right on that. As soon as he said, I'll do 4 for it, I'm like, done. This I also got for 4, originally marked at 5, but 4 was a good deal. I would have paid 5 for it. If he said, I don't want to go down, I still would have bought this, but I, of course, got to ask, you know, what kind of deal can you do? He said 4. Awesome. And that is The Missing. Super Bit release. That's great. My goal is to someday have every Super Bit release. Will that ever happen? I don't know. There's a lot of them. And I mean every American Super Bit release because there's some that release only like overseas, which would be cool to get as well. But I'd like to have every American one. There were actually a decent amount of Super Bit releases put out. So will that ever happen? I don't know. But I certainly grab every one of these when I come across them. I didn't have this one yet. It's still factory sealed. That's awesome. $4. A steal for that as well. And I'm trying to get all of these remastered deluxe edition releases, and I grabbed Snoopy's Reunion, which I do already own, but I do not have the remastered deluxe edition, and I just kind of want to get them all. And this is actually still brand new factory sealed. I picked this up for $1. That was awesome. Really, really cool. And definitely a good find for $1. That was cool. All right, cashing for stuff we'll take a look at in a minute, because I got something else cool to show you guys. So this was the gem. This, oh boy, I can't believe I came across another one of these. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to show this to you guys. It's going to be so heavy. So yeah, when I saw this, I just couldn't believe it. I've just recently been saying to people that the area, excuse me, this area has been coming up kind of dry. I haven't been finding very much in the way of this anymore. And now with that being said, I've come across 2 in the past week. And that is yet another... Oh my god, this is so heavy. Yet another Laserdisc player. Yes. $15. Does it still work? I tested it out. Indeed it does. That is awesome. This here being a Panasonic. I have no idea. Does it say on the front? Am I going crazy? Panasonic, let's see. Multi-laser. I don't see. Oh, no, I lied. Panasonic multi-laser disc player. LX101. So pretty cool. It's got it's got S-video in the back. This thing seriously weighs so much. It's weird. Some Laserdisc players are kind of light. Some, like this, are an absolute beast. This thing, especially the back of it, like whatever's right here weighs a ton. Like the rest of it's not so bad. All the weight is sitting right here in this corner. I don't know what it is, but it's super heavy. So this is awesome. And like I said, it still works. Now at $15, I might not have picked it up initially because that's kind of a risk. Do I know if it works? No. $15, you know, I don't know. But what really sold me on picking this up and what made me take the risk was the fact that it came with its original instruction booklet. That's pretty cool. The original remote, which does still work. No battery. I don't know what I did with the... Oh, great. I have no idea what I did with the it does have the battery cover. It did as of like an hour ago when I tested this out. I had to find that. I probably dropped it on the floor somewhere. And I, for some reason, never put it back on. So I do have the battery cover. I just got to find it. But no corrosion or anything. So that's awesome. And obviously power cable. That's always a plus as well. So that's fantastic. And we're going to put that over there because it's huge. But that wasn't like... all of it. It came with laser discs. I asked the guy, I'm like, $15. I'm like, does that include laser discs? I was thinking to myself, as soon as he said yes, I was going to jump on this. It was going to be a no-brainer. If he said yes, it includes the discs, done deal. And the guy actually working the booth wasn't the guy selling stuff. So luckily he eventually goes, yeah, I think he wants to do that. I think that's the case. So I don't know if it actually was, but that's what I got these for, so that's awesome. So all these just thrown in. Two of them I already have. I already have the Four Seasons. Whether or not I have the Disco Vision release, I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. Meet Me in St. Louis, great movie. Her sister, right there. Right there. I don't care, Reagan from The Exorcist, Freddy Krueger, anybody like that. Any horror icon you've ever seen, nothing compared to her. She is pure evil. Watch, if you haven't seen this movie, watch it. She is the devil. Seriously, the things that she says and does, I'm so surprised. But great movie. I don't know if I have this release, so I'll have to double check. I already have these movies, I just don't know if I have those releases. But these are all new. We have Liza in concert. This is Liza Minnelli, pretty cool. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I've never seen that one. The Moon is Blue. I actually don't know what that movie is. Looks pretty cool though. I've never seen this one. Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know about The Moon is Blue. A short history of movie censorship. Is that a bonus feature on here, or is that just is this the short history? I don't know. It's kind of weird that's on there. So that's pretty awesome. This is great. MGM double feature. And is this still factory sealed? Or is this in a... Okay, no, wait. Is this in a... I can't tell. We're trying to figure out this is in a sleeve. Oh, no, it's just in a sleeve. That's cool. This is a double feature set. This is awesome. This is 2 Woody Allen movies. We have Love and Death and Bananas. So cool. 2 Woody Allen films. That's amazing. And then we have The Age of Innocence, which I've also never seen. So that's really, really, really cool. $15 for all that. Just an absolute steal. I now have like 17 players. I already told Chris after I picked it up, Chris is like, actually, I think I'm gonna look for a Lasers player. I'm like, I have so many. I'm like, let me go through my collection. I will find one for you that I'm willing to part with, and I will hook you up. I'm not gonna, charge you crazy for anything like that. Unlike, normally I normally don't let my Lasers players go for cheap. I love them and I can't let them go. So I'm usually like, $100 range is what I'm going to let him go for, but I'm going to hook Chris up. He's a good friend, and he's hooked me up with many deals before in the past, too, stuff he's getting rid of. In fact, he has something cool he's hooking me up with. He was supposed to do it today, but he forgot to bring it with him. So he will be hooking me up with something else really cool, so I'm going to hook him up with a Lasers player down the line. I just got to pull them all out and figure out which one I want to get rid of. So I am going to start selling them off. I don't need 17 players. It's ridiculous. I don't need that many, but they're Lasers players. I love the formats. I don't come across them. I know it sounds silly. I don't come across them too often, although I just came across 2 in the last week. It's been a while since I've come across Lasers player. The last 2, the 2 I picked up in the last 2 weeks were kind of like a fluke. So I need to start getting rid of some of them. So I'm going to start selling them off eventually. But anyway, so that was what I grabbed from Jake's as far as stuff I'm keeping. So let's take a look at what I grabbed from Cash Converse. Ended up picking up 4 titles. So this was really, really cool. All right, I'm going to show you this one first. I picked up Extreme Engineering Iceland Tunnels. That's awesome. Extreme Engineering, a fantastic Discovery Channel documentary series. When Discovery Channel actually used to play, cool documentary series. So this is awesome. Of course, had to grab that. But this was so cool. Found out that I think she's like an assistant manager. She's probably watching. Found out she watches my videos. I apologize. I don't remember your name. And I want to say you're like a manager or an assistant manager or something like that. And I totally apologize. If you are watching, leave a comment down below. Give me your name. Let me know your occupation, your title at your work. I'd love to know that because I talk about you every now and then because you're so awesome. And yeah, she told me she watches my videos and she came up to me just out of the blue. I'm there looking around. She comes up and goes, "Here." I'm like, why is she handing me something? What is this? And I look and I'm like, this is such a weird thing for her to be handing me. And then I go, is this for my son? And she goes, yeah, I watch your videos. And it was so cool. She watches my videos. They got this in and she put it aside for me to give to my son. How cool is that? It's a Thomas the Tank Engine double feature. Thomas Gets Tricked and Thomas Halloween Adventure. So something he can totally watch right now for the Halloween season. And he is a huge Thomas fan. In fact, I'm starting to get into Thomas. I kind of like the original like stop motion or whatever you want to call it, like live action Thomas, whatever it was, not the CGI stuff. I'm actually kind of getting into this. It's kind of fun. So this is so cool of her to do. Again, she just walked out to me and said, "Here." And I'm like, why is she handing me Thomas the Tank Engine? And then she told me she watches my show and it's for my son. So that That was so cool. Thank you so much for that. And then she totally hooked me up on the South Park seasons on Blu-ray. $5 a piece. She rang it up as $1. That is great. She hooked me up. So I have season 13 and season 15, which is kind of cool because I actually have season 14 on Blu-ray. It's the only season I had. Well, the only season I did have on Blu-ray. I have all the rest of the seasons on DVD, but the only season I had on Blu-ray was season 14. So now I have 13, 14, and 15, which is cool. And again, they were marked at $5 a piece. She only rang them up for $1. That was so cool. And they are missing like the sleeves they slide into, but come on, for $1 with the discs in perfect shape. Okay, I'm gonna live with it. That's not a big deal in my opinion. So awesome. Just so cool. So again, if you're watching, leave a comment down below. I'd love to talk to you. So that's it. So that was it for stuff I grabbed for myself. But there is a ton of stuff I picked up from the Cinema Sickness store as well. So let's get down to it. Let's take a look at all that. Alright, so now let's take a look at everything I picked up from Jake's for the Cinema Sickness store. There's so much sitting here in front of me. This might take a while, but I assure you, it's all awesome stuff. A lot of really cool, fun, retro things for the store. This is so much fun. I love buying all this stuff. This is just awesome. I'm having a blast picking up stuff for the Cinema Sickness store. Things that I would see usually when I'm out and about and think, this is really cool, but what would I do with it? It's not something I collect. Now I can pick it up, put it up at the store, and pass it off to you guys. I'm having a blast doing this and buying all this cool stuff. So I will quickly say this is probably going to take me about a week to get all this stuff listed. So it will take a while. So if there's anything you guys see me talk about that is not up at the Cinema Sickness store on Instagram, and you guys are interested in it, send me a direct message on Instagram and just say, hey, I'm interested in so-and-so, and you'll have, like, first dibs at it. I'll let you know how much and everything, and we can work something out. So, yeah, if you don't see it posted, let me know. I mean, there is a chance maybe it already sold, but it might just not have been listed either. So, send me a direct message. If you don't want to send me a direct message, you can also send me an email at store@cinemasickness.com, but I do prefer a direct message on Instagram. It just seems to be the easiest. Sometimes, for whatever reason, some people's emails don't like my Cinema Sickness email, and they won't let me send an email back to them. So I've had that issue before, multiple times in the past. So a direct message on Instagram is the best way to go. And also, if the link to the store, which will be down below, if you're watching this on YouTube and off to your left, you're watching this at cinemasickness.com. If the link isn't working for you guys, it works for me, it works for many other people, but a few select people, for some reason, the link isn't working for. I don't know why. If it's not working, just go on Instagram and type in the Cinema Sickness store, all one word. It should pop up for you, and you can follow me and again, send me a direct message. So, okay, I came prepared today. I'm gonna need this. This is gonna take a while, so let's dive in. So the first thing we're gonna take a look at is the one thing I picked up for the store, but is not gonna go in the store. My wife actually called this one, and I'm just gonna be a nice husband, and I'm gonna give it to her. This is pretty amazing. I saw this right here. I saw that, and I didn't know what it was, and I dove on this immediately when I saw that. When I see Disney MGM Studios, I'm like, my heart starts pounding because this is the kind of stuff I love. I mean, I love movies, but I love Disney so much as well. I mean, that's my two passions, cinema and Disney. So, classic 80s MGM. I had to find out what it was. Look at that, so cool. So I open it up, and what it turns out to be is this really cool mug. Look at this amazingness. Now, my wife actually collects mugs, and she's very picky. She's not like me when it comes to collecting, where it's like, oh, I kind of want to see that. I'm going to buy it. She's like, if she goes, this is kind of a cool mug, she won't buy it. She has to go, this is awesome, and then she'll pick it up. So she's very picky, and I like that, because if she wasn't, she'd probably have this huge collection that'd be out of hand. I wonder what that's like. So I like the fact that she only buys specific things that she really, really, really likes, and when I showed her this, I had to show her too. I couldn't pick up a cool mug like this and just keep it from her. I had to say, hey, look at what I grabbed. She's like, that is so awesome. I want it. So I was like, well, you know what? Then it's yours. It was listed at $5. I got it for only $3. So that was really, really cool. And it is not to Mom. It's to my wife, to Mrs. Sickness. So that's going to go to her. So the one thing I did pick up at the store, but it's not going to go to the store. That is going to my wife and in her collection. So that's pretty awesome. But the guy also threw these in as well, and that is Mickey salt and pepper shakers. These are going up on the store. These are really cool. Look at those. These are pretty awesome. Is there a date on these? No, just copyright. That is one of the downfalls, I had to say, with with Disney. They never copyright stuff. It always just, I mean, they never put dates. It always just says copyright Walt Disney or whatever. It never gives a date as to when the stuff was actually put out. But these are still pretty cool. Those are awesome. So grab those. Hey, how about some more Mickey here? Look at this Mickey Mouse. That is creepy. I think it like talked at one point. Has this pull string that doesn't work anymore. It's got a speaker in the back. I guess this talked at one point. As you can see, it's pretty darn old and been around the block. Please be a date on this. I would love for there to be a date on this. No! Oh, copyright Walt Disney Production. Once again, no date. Oh, no, I lied. Mattel put this out. Mattel Inc. 1976. This is a fun 1976 Mickey Mouse toy that, again, has been around the block, but is still really cool. And I had to grab that. That is awesome. And then some more Disney here. We have Hercules. Look at this cool action figure. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. Had to pick him up. Where to put everything. Let's see. More Disney. Okay, we have Frozen on DVD. Obviously a fantastic movie, and it was in perfect condition, and I got a great deal on it, so I picked that up for the Cinema store as well. Ooh, Mickey, you're falling over. Stay. Okay, we're just going to dive into this now. So then I picked up some awesome Game Gear games. We have Quest for the Shaven Yak, starring Red Hoek and Stimpy, and The Lion King. So 2 cool Game Gear games. Game Gear is not really my thing. I'm a Game Boy guy, but I know many of you guys out there are collecting video games, and you're definitely into Game Gear, which, I mean, it's a great system, so that's awesome. So picked both those up. All right, now for some knickknacks here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders toys from these McDonald's? No, Burger King. I don't even know what these all are. This is like a Shaggy that I guess falls apart if I'm going to get scared. There's a Scooby and a Shaggy and, like, I don't know, things that look like they glow in the dark. There's Scooby and some monsters in this one. Then we got a Scooby with a bone. And, oh, he's a plush. That's cool. And, oh, these are really dusty. And a mystery machine and like a rainbow. Oh, no. I guess that's a UFO shooting like a laser or something like that. But I guess he's all like glow in the dark. So these are really cool. So pick those up. And then I have some more Toonsylvania. I believe this goes like that. And then you go. Wait, how does it work? There we go. So that's fun. So some Toonsylvania right there. I'll probably put this in a lot with the other Toonsylvania that I just recently picked up. The other Toonsylvania toy. I'll probably just include this with that now. This is great. Chicken McNugget Ghost. Look at that. I love it. Pops out. So awesome. So that is really, really cool. This is also neat. All right, I'll fold this back up. This is a Happy Meal toy. Or is it? Okay, this is supposed to go a lot quicker, but I assure you this is cool. Hold on, it's worth your time. It's not, it's a dinosaur. That is neat. So a transforming Happy Meal toy. That is pretty awesome. Then we have Porky Pig here. Ghost Chasers. That is so cool. And, let's see, how does this work? Oh, there we go. So Ghost is down and he drives and, oh no, I'm going to crash into a Happy Meal. And the ghost pops up. That is awesome. I used to have this toy when I was a kid. That's awesome. So some Quack Busters there. That is really cool. Then we have some Tiny Toons with some Elmira right there with looks like a cat or something in the back, and I guess oh it's a mouse or a rabbit or something, and it goes around when you drive. That's cool. Then we have Babs and Buster, and I guess this is just are these all like hooked together or something? I don't know. Like, why does this have like it looks like a parade float or something? I don't know what's going on here. That's interesting. I wonder if these... No, see, they don't have... This doesn't have a hook on it. I don't know. I don't know if this is part of something, but as you can see, it's got, like... Looks like a parade float. But Babs just kind of goes back and forth. So that's cool. And then Slappy Squirrel and her nephew... Something that I can't remember. I do apologize. And he just kind of goes up and down. So that's really cool. So fun little toys right there. Those are awesome. Again, those will definitely be going up in the store. Probably in a lot. And then, man, I used to have these as well. Look at this guy. What is he? I forget his name. He was like a barnyard something. I honestly forget. These were Burger King. I used to have all of these, and they're just fun little like wrist things. These were so cool. Like Barnyard Defenders or something like that. What these things called? I forget. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I used to have all these. So when I saw this took me back. This is me like just tripping back to my past. This was so much fun. So awesome to find that. Okay, let's take a look at these. I'm probably gonna go through this one pile last. These are at McDonald's. These are watches, like pocket watches. We have a Bug's Life. I actually grabbed 2 of these. So 2 Bug's Life pocket watches there, and then we also have this other pocket watch, that one there with like flicking all the buddies on it. So that's really cool. So some awesome McDonald's Bug's Life pocket watches. Those are pretty neat, and they're still like sealed in the box with the plastic and everything. Okay, now we're getting into some really cool stuff. I'm probably gonna show you the coolest thing right. No, forget it. We're gonna save that till last. It's just this is gonna take a little bit to get through. I came across a box full of Backstreet Boy merchandise. There was obviously a little girl, or maybe a little boy. I don't know. I mean, I like the Spice Girls, so I can't judge. Who must have really been into Backstreet Boys back in the day, and there was just a box full of all kinds of stuff, and I just picked it up because I thought, man, somebody out there who's a Backstreet Boy fan is gonna love all this vintage Backstreet Boys merchandise. So yeah, a lot to go through. Magnet. Some more magnets right there. Magnets. This magnet as well. That's pretty cool. Then we got some pins right here, still on their card. That's awesome. A sticker. Some like trading cards, I guess. These aren't stickers, are they? No, they're like, I don't think these are stickers. I don't know. You know, these might be stickers. I can't tell. I'm not going to find out. I don't want to ruin these. So this is either stickers or trading cards. They have this like sheen to it, which makes me think sticker, but I don't know. Again, I'm not going to ruin that and find out. Looks like more, or like a trading card. Yeah, for some reason, a trading card in a case. More like bumper stickers. Those are cool. We have Backstreet Boys. Like, I guess this is a diary, but it's not locked. It just opens up. So none of this stuff's used either. So a little diary there. These are cool. I have like the Spice Girl version of these. These are like the Backstreet Boys in my pocket. These are pocket Backstreet Boys. So that's pretty cool. Again, I have the Spice Girl equivalent to these. These are awesome. We got some like postcards here. A calendar that's all folded up, but a calendar that pops out. Let's see, what year is it for? I don't know. Oh, 1999. Awesome. And all this stuff. This is not going to work. We have Backstreet Boys unofficial full color collector's book and discography, which didn't have the discography, just had the book. That's cool. Backstreet Boys, they've got it going on. All right. Backstreet Boys, giving it their all, but everything's got to be like given, like with the apostrophe. Yeah, the Backstreet Boys rise to the top. Backstreet, just the Backstreet Boys, just a book called The Backstreet Boys. Let's see, Hanging with the Backstreet Boys. Heart and Soul, Nick Carter. I love this stuff. Backstreet Boys notebook, unused. Another unused notebook. This is a week, like a weekly. What's this called? Weekly engagement calendar for 2000. This is Backstreet Boys photo card, photo print album. So, it's got some stuff in it. There you go. It actually comes with some photos of the Backstreet Boys. So I guess you put all your photos in there. So that's interesting. It's actually got a bunch of in there. So that's really cool. A pen, a Backstreet Boys pen, still sealed. This stuff's great. Backstreet Boys Backstage Pass. Backstreet Boys, the unofficial book. Then we got some magazines. All kinds of just random magazines here. Just that feature the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys Confidential, the unofficial book. Backstreet Boys folder. Another Backstreet Boys folder. Ooh, oh god, I thought there was money in this. I thought I just hit the jackpot. No, it is Backstreet Boys money. What the heck? Is this a real dollar? This is an actual real dollar bill. So I did score. It just has a sticker over George Washington's face. So that's a thing. I don't really know what this is all about. Okay, so I guess if you buy this a lot, you'll at least get $1 out of it. Then we have Sears Presents Backstreet Boys Into the Millennium Tour. So I guess this is like the tour book. Pretty cool. And some other book with, ooh, it's got, oh, stickers are used, unfortunately. But otherwise, it's got all kinds of fun pictures and stuff. So that is going to go up as a lot. I'm going to put this all up, just one big thing if you're interested in the Backstreet Boys. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. That's a pretty cool collection of just memorabilia. So that will all be posted, get it all together. Now this is what I think is the coolest. So we got some micro machines. We have still sealed Star Trek, this year being the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701. And we have a Starfighter. What's this called? Yeah, Starfighter from Star Wars. That's awesome. That's really cool. So, or no, I was gonna say, isn't this called a TIE fighter? It's TIE Starfighter. I was going crazy. I was like, I'm not stupid, am I? I'm like, I'm just gonna say what's written on here because I don't want to sound dumb. But I was like, I'm pretty sure this is a TIE fighter. It is. It's just I read it incorrectly. It looked like the. So yeah, TIE Starfighter. So very cool. So these are still just like factory sealed in the box. That's awesome. So some really cool micro machines. But then to top off the awesomeness of all awesome micro machines, Super Van City. I found 2 of these today. I only picked one up. This was the one in best shape. It is missing its handle. Otherwise, it's in pretty darn good shape. A little dirty, but otherwise in pretty darn good shape. The other one was in really rough shape, and they wanted too much for it. So I picked this up, Super Van City. I sort of like the Super Van City micro machines. I love it. This is so awesome. So, wow. I had this back in the day. I used to carry this around with me all the time. It stores all your micro machines inside. This was hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of fun when I was a kid. This blew me away when I saw this. So, again, it is missing its handle, unfortunately, but otherwise, in pretty good shape, with the exception that it's pretty dirty. But otherwise, just awesome. So, a wet rag, and this will be good as new. So, that is awesome. So, it's very, very dusty, very dirty. So, there you go. That was everything I picked up for the Cinema Sickness store from Jake's. So much cool stuff, as you saw. Lots of fun, awesome retro stuff. And this will all eventually be posted up at the Cinema Sickness store on Instagram. But again, if you see something you like, let me know if it's not posted. And if it hasn't already sold, it'll be yours. So awesome. All right, so now on to what I grabbed from my grandmother's. And finally, everything I grabbed from my grandmother's for the store. Again, this was so cool. We just stopped into my grandmother's house just to stop by and see her, and she told us about all these toys she had downstairs, which really blew me away because a lot of these are toys I had from when I was, I remember when I was a kid. A lot of these toys are toys that from my aunt and from my uncle and from my mother, and that I grew up playing with as a kid because they were just like basically hand-me-downs that were still around in the house that I used to play with. So it was really cool to see all this stuff again after all these years. And I couldn't believe she still had this stuff. And we did allow Cinema Sickness Jr. first dibs. He picked out a lot of stuff. Thomas trains that were like my cousins and all kinds of cool stuff. He picked out a lot of awesome toys. But everything that was left over, my grandmother said, they're yours. Just take them. So much cool stuff. So we're just going to dive in. And first up here is RC and Woody. Look at that. I thought this was actually a remote control car. It's not. You just play with it yourself. But that's pretty cool. So some Disney there. Awesome. And then another Woody right here. And apparently this one used to talk. It's got, I should probably see if I can change the batteries in it. But you press this like button there, and I guess he says like, there's a steak in my boot, and you're my favorite deputy, and stuff like that. So, ride like the wind, cowboy. So I don't know. So very, cowboy. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Wow, I'm going nuts. So very cool. That's awesome. So a Woody doll there. Very cool. Though it doesn't say, there's no Andy on his foot. I noticed that. It just says Disney. Why they didn't put Andy on the bottom? I don't know. That bugs me. Does it say on the bottom of this one? No Andy. That's a shame. All right, then some vintage. These are from 1985. These are the ones I played with when I was a kid. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Oh, these are so cool. Again, these are the ones I played with when I was a little kid. I remember playing for hours of these at my grandmother's house. These are awesome. So cool. And again, they're vintage. These aren't new ones. These are old school ones. That's great. Then I also just grabbed this little Oscar the Grouch little figure. This is 1982, so I guess this is 1982, so that's awesome. And then these are cool. This is Wembley, right? Is that who this is? I forget. I'm drawing a blank. From the Fraggles. That's awesome. I don't know why there were 2 of these, but there were. I used to have these when I was a kid. Were these McDonald's or Burger King? Does it say? It doesn't say where these are made for. I used to have these, though. I remember having these, like all these back in the day. And, yeah, these are just pretty awesome. So that's great. I don't know why there were 2 of them, but I just grabbed them both. So I guess we'll take a look at this now. Look at this bad boy. Fashion doll trunk. This is extremely vintage. This is my aunt's from back in the like the 70s, I think. I mean, look at that. It's pretty 70s. So yeah, this is my aunt's. It doesn't have a date on it, unfortunately. I do like how it says holds Barbie, Cindy, Darcy, and others. I have no idea who Cindy and Darcy are, but that's awesome. Other 11.5 and 12.5 dolls and accessories. Again, I wish there was a date on this. There's not, though. It is double-sided. So cool. And it's a trunk. It opens up, and this thing is full of stuff. It's all falling off. So, tons of clothing here, and shoes and accessories. I mean, like hairbrushes and stuff that are falling out. Unfortunately, there are, like, couches and chairs and tables and more couches and chairs. What's really cool about this is this isn't all Barbie, and I'm gonna split this up. So I think that's that. I don't think is this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I think we have. They're all coming undressed. I don't want to show any boobies. So we have a Barbie, and these are all from 66. These are all from, like, these are old, 79. This is from, I feel weird undressing these, but I gotta find the dates. I don't see a date on this one. Oh, there, it's on her butt. She's 66, like 67, I think it says. This one here is, again, I'm sorry, Barbie, for undressing you. This one is 66. And then we have these, and I don't know if these are actually Barbie or not. My grandmother told me, like, who these were, and I don't remember. We have these 2. I think this is an ice skate or something like that, and I don't know if this is our partner. I'm not sure. And then I believe this is, I think it's Donnie Marie Osmond, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. That's neat. So I'm going to definitely, like, separate these and sell them, like, in sets. But that is really cool. I mean, I'll probably put all the Barbie stuff together, obviously, in this trunk. But then, like, Donnie Marie, I'll, like, sell, like, separately. And if these guys go together, I'll sell them separately. But these are just really cool. So, pretty awesome. I am not going to be able to get all this stuff back in here now. That's going to be the issue. So we'll put that over to the side. So, I don't know really anything about Barbie dolls. But those are pretty cool. I know people are into Barbie, so grab them. But then, okay, I'm going to say that's a last, because that's the coolest thing. We'll take a look at this next. We have original Little People right here. You guys remember the original Little People before they made them all big and bulky so kids couldn't choke and die on them? It makes sense, but this here is the Fisher-Price Play Family House, which it looks like it's dirty, but that's, like, not dirt. I have no idea. This thing's just so old. I think the plastic is just turning colors. This is super old. This is from... whoa! Everything's falling out. Is there a date on it? As everything falls out of it. Maybe I should just take everything out, so that's not an issue. I want to find a date for this. I loaded this thing up with all kinds of stuff. So yeah, is there a date? I would love for there to be an original date on this somewhere. It is, yeah, look, I mean, look at the plastic on the door. It's, like, falling apart. It's so old. It's been played with very heavily over the years. And I do not see a date on here. I love at the back, the dog is named Snoopy, though. Here we go, 1969. That's cool. So that is why it looks like it does. It's from the 60s. And we have, like, a stairwell and a bath and a toilet and a chair, sink, table, more chairs, and then, like, the one and only little person that I guess survived over the years. And there you go. And you can see why they've changed Little People. Now that these big, bulky things, I mean, I could choke and die on that. So that's, yeah. What are they thinking? Like, that just seems like death. Like, how many kids, I've got to look that up. How many children do you think choked on these things and died? I would be willing to bet a decent amount. These are like choking hazards and a half. These would fit perfectly in the throat. So, yeah. So again, something I used to play with when I was a kid, but now it's just really showing its age, but very cool. There's also a car in the garage. The garage opens up. There's a car inside, like a little people car, and then the garage goes back down. But then, in my opinion, the coolest thing, because this I used to play with so much as a kid. I was obsessed with this toy as a kid. This definitely got some very heavy play out of me, and it's definitely held up a lot better than the Fisher-Price house here. You know what they also used to have? The Ewok village. I don't know what happened to that. My grandma also used to have that. Man, that's up in her attic. I should look for that. That'd be worth some money probably. But we have Fisher-Price Play Family Sesame Street set up here. This is so cool. Look at that. Hooper's store. I love it. So this just opens up like that. And then we have Bert and Cookie Monster. And I forget who his name is. I forget. I feel bad. I should remember. We have Big Bird's nest. No Big Bird. Although it looks like a dog got a hold of that at one point, but whatever. Like a Mr. Hooper's like counter there. Like a newsstand that goes outside. This is the coolest thing. I can't believe this was still around. The Sesame Street lamp. I can't believe they still have that. And this one does not look like it's ever been chewed on, so that's great. Then we have, this is also really cool, Sesame Street Sanitation Department vehicle with like two, I mean, look at that. That is so cool. That's awesome. And I guess that's about it, but it opens up like this, and it's awesome. And that's like Big Bird's house in there. See, just like that. So cool. And then Big Bird lives right in there. He put his nest in there. And then inside, there's all kinds of fun stuff as well. Oh, wait, we have a mailbox. Mail. Awesome. And then we got that. And this is a chalkboard, which obviously some people have written on at one point, but I guess you can wipe that off. So that's so freaking cool. So again, just something else I used to play with when I was a kid all the time. I was obsessed with the Sesame Street Playhouse here. That was so cool. I don't want to mix these up. I think that's all for the house. This is all for the for the Sesame Street, and let's put that back. There we go. So they are definitely, they do show their age. They're definitely a bit weathered. I've seen these go online for like hundreds of dollars. These are not worth hundreds of dollars. These are worth maybe like $20 or something like that. That's about it. They're vintage. They're cool, but they're not. They're unfortunately not in the best shape, so they're not going to go for a lot of money. But I picked them up. I thought they were really cool. They're awesome, and I'm selling some of my childhood right here. I'm selling my grandparents' childhood. I'm selling my childhood. I'm selling my cousin's childhood. I'm selling it, but it was really cool. So lots of awesome stuff, and that was it. That was everything I grabbed from my grandmother's house. So really cool for her to let me just like have all this stuff. She's like, I don't want it. I just want it out of the house. I'm gonna throw it away. Take it. So there's like no really more grandchildren coming to her house. I mean, there's my son, but he doesn't really go over there except for holidays and whatnot. So she doesn't need these toys anymore. There's no reason for them. All her grandchildren are now grown up. But anyway, so a lot of really cool stuff, and that was awesome. So there you go. That was everything I picked up today. As you can see, it was a crazy day. So much stuff. It is going to take me forever to... I gotta catalog everything I picked up for me. I have to then post all the stuff I picked up for the store at the Cinema Sickness shop, or Cinema Sickness store. I always say shop. Cinema Sickness store on Instagram. It's going to take some time. It will all be up eventually. Again, if you see anything you want whatsoever, send me a personal message, or send me a direct message, I guess they call it, on Instagram. I will respond. If it's still available, we can work something out. So, okay. And with that, I'm going to take another swig of my drink, and then we'll get down to the Cinema Sickness Halloween Horror-thon title. Okay, now that all that's out of the way, we're going to take a look at tonight's Cinema Sickness Halloween Horror-thon title, and since that did take so darn long, we're going to make it a short one, and we're going to check out Mad, Mad, Mad Monsters, the somewhat, kind of, sort of, but not really sequel to Mad Monster Party. So some classic Rankin Bass right here that I've never checked out. I actually just opened this up, so finally getting around to watching this one. I love Halloween, I love monsters, I love Rankin Bass. Hopefully, this will be a good one.
Now see the chick. She can put her shoes under my coffin anytime she wishes. Gentlemen, please.
It's fabulous. All these goofy guys fighting over me.
All right, Mad Monsters. Like I said, the somewhat kind of sort of sequel to Mad Monster Party, which I gotta be honest, I was never a huge fan of Mad Monster Party. I always thought it was way too long. It's very drawn out. It's very slow. The story's just kind of mediocre. It really should have been condensed into a much shorter special, and then it probably would have been pretty good. I mean, I love monsters. I love Halloween. I love Rankin Bass, but it just... an hour and a half felt way overkill for Mad Monster Party, and like I said, this is sort of the sequel to that. And I'd say it's better. When it comes to Rankin Bass, they have their great stories, they have their not-so-great stories. This kind of falls in between. It's just sort of okay. The whole premise of the story is Frankenstein creates a bride for his monster. They're going to get married, so they end up going to Transylvania to this hotel for the wedding, and of course all the typical monsters show up. Dracula, Invisible Man, Wolfman, stuff like that, Creature from the Black Lagoon, they all show up. And of course the manager of the hotel is all freaked out because all these monsters there, and he's scared of them and whatnot. There's also this subplot of Igor, who apparently is jealous of the bride and wants the bride for his own. And of course, in Frankenstein's infinite wisdom, says, hey, can you go take care of the bride, make sure she's comfortable and whatnot. And he steals her, but that all goes not so well, and they all go to save her, and then that's really it. It's not all that exciting. It's just kind of okay. Like I said, when it comes to Rankin Bass, there are the really good, classic, like solid Rankin Bass stories. Then there are some that are pretty weak, and then there are ones like this that are just kind of, they're okay. So if you're like me and you've seen Mad Monster Party and you're kind of in the same boat I was in, and you're like, that wasn't so good. Why was it so long? You wanted to fall asleep watching it because it just seemed like it was just way too slow and drawn out. This one here is better. It's a lot more quickly paced. There's a lot going on. It's definitely it's definitely one of those specials, like kid specials, where it's a lot of stuff being thrown at the TV at one time, I guess, to keep kids' interest. So it definitely feels a lot more fast paced and more. It'll keep you awake. Let's just put it that way. So it's not horrible. It's just not great. What's really cool about this, though, is that it has a special feature on it, Jack-O-Lantern, which is awesome. I have it on VHS. I didn't even realize it was on this DVD, so that was really, really cool. I should have watched that. But this is all right. If you like Rankin Bass, if you like Halloween, if you like monsters, I'd recommend checking it out, but it's not going to be for everybody. I'd say this is for the diehard Rankin Bass fans. And with that, of course, I am now off to bed. Tomorrow is Monday. The day you're watching this is Monday. Ugh, back to another work week. It is what it is. So I gotta make the money. So, all right, guys. So as always, with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're gonna get one. And if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, one of many designs you can choose from, then head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself one of these. And finally, if you would like to support new content and show your thanks and appreciation for these videos and keep these videos coming your way every single day, then head over to patreon.com/Cinema Sickness, where every tiny little bit helps. The simple donation of $1 or as much as you like really does go a long way. All goes right back into these videos and gains you early access to most of my videos as well. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. For those of you who stuck around for this entire video, who are still watching this video right now, because that took forever to go through all that stuff. If you're still watching, leave a comment down below. #still watching. I want to hear from you guys. So thanks guys. Thanks for all you who stuck around. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.